I reckon you could start an orange juice brand called Simpson, though, and you would make a killing. Because people want to buy OJ Simpson.
True. Do you reckon they'd only buy the OJ and they'd be like, ugh, apple juice? Give me an OJ.
Mountain Dew, I'll take the crab juice. But, ladies and gentlemen, for everyone tuning in, welcome to episode 25 of the CasualCast. I'm your host, Sam Nicholson, joined alongside by Ben Storia, as always. How you doing, big fella? I said big fella.
Hello, big fella. That's me. I'm here and I'm ready to go. All jacked up on OJ Mountain Dew juice and it's fucking late at night, so let's just do this.
Do you feel like breaking NFL records or do you feel like murdering people?
Can I do both? I mean, is there a reason I can't do both?
But the glove didn't fit.
Did they check the shoe though? Because if the shoe fits, wear it.
That's true.
What a dumb thing. What a dumb thing to say. If your shoes fit, you should probably wear them. I'm going to sell my own shoe brand, and that's going to be the quote. So when you come in, and we'll be like, welcome to Ben's Shoes. If the shoe fits, wear it. And if it doesn't, don't wear it. And then there'll be a small disclaimer saying that that's my thing and I own it and all rights reserved.
Except the thing is, they sign a contract where they have to wear it, but they also can't leave your store without paying. Yeah. So the first shoe that they try on that fits, they're stuck with it.
Oh yeah, that's how we do it.
And you get a guaranteed sale.
They sign a contract when they come in as well. I also have a signature brand of shoes called the Storyteller shoes after my name's Storia. When you run with them, a word comes out every time you step, so it's like, the little bunny was really happy that he had an adventure. And that's the Storyteller shoe. But it's so obnoxiously loud in like a pixie voice or something, and everyone hates it. You can audibly hear it no matter where you are.
I feel like kids would really love that too, to drive parents crazy.
They probably actually would. This is a genuine idea.
Yeah, you're onto something. But the only other catch is that you only sell the left shoe.
Wow. So it's just every second word of the story. How do I get the second shoe though? Because you're my PR.
They have to go to your other
right?
store across the mall called the Right Fit. And
you own that store because we're in business together.
Yeah,
we make them buy the second shoe because the kid's like, Mum, I need this. We've got one. We need it now. Please, Mum, please. And then you're conveniently right across the way, and I'm like, hey, I've got this guy who sells the other side because of legal reasons. He has to sell them. You should definitely go buy another shoe there, and they're at full price regardless. And
Jeez.
Little do you know that 30 years later you'll find out that I've been getting 90% of the profit under the table. It's actually been $100 to me. No, $9? Holy shit, $90 to me, $10 to you. It's been great.
Quick maths.
Quick math.
Well, there you go. Everyone watching, thanks for being along for the ride where we decided we're going to be big business tycoons.
No. I'm going to make sure I'm in the small business tier. I want to pay extra tax. It'd be business smart, man.
Cool.
Business smart.
Fair cool. I don't know where you're going to hide all that money, but I'm sure you'll find a way. But have you been up to much this week, Ben?
I've done nothing out of the ordinary, except not dropping SR on Overwatch, which I think we're going to talk about later on, I believe.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be talking about some Overwatch later on. The season ends today. It didn't hit where I wanted to be, but, you know, what can you do? I feel like I would have if I had more time to play, but, you know, shit happens.
It's just like that,
But, yeah, no, goddamn, I've had a busy week. Started up with uni again, at a new uni this time, had orientation, had a horrible bus trip back from there. It was full of school kids, and they just sang the entire way back. The 50-minute bus ride is
that going to be a recurring thing for you now? Is that going to be like...
Yeah, probably, because the bus stop is at one of the high schools there, and all the kids who live in Orange who go to Bathurst for school catch that bus, and it's the only time that bus is on after my classes, so yeah, that's going to be a good time. Coincidentally, it's the high school that was our high school's rugby rival as well.
Oh, amazing. Are you going to make sure you keep that as a secret so they don't gang up and beat you?
Oh, I don't know why I'd be talking to children in the first place. I'd probably be kicked off bus services for good for some
Stop acting
some
so
illicit
sheepish,
reason.
man. You do that all the time. You can say it. It's okay. Most of us know already.
Turns out you have to wear pants when you're on a bus around children. It's crazy laws these days, man. But,
I didn't know about that.
What is the world coming to?
Whatever.
But no, yeah. Apart from that, watched Black Panther. Great movie. You haven't seen it yet, so can't really talk about it.
Nope.
This has pretty much been our planning for the podcast. We were like, what can we talk about this week? And I was like, I did a few things. You're like, I don't have much to add to that. I was like, great, we have nothing to talk about.
Oh, you definitely need to plug your review you brought out, which I also haven't watched yet.
Thanks, man. I love that you really get behind my reviews.
Hey, I normally do. Be it that I watch it while the monitor is faced away from me and the two speakers are faced together, I still watch them.
Muted.
Though. It's also muted. I'm also not in the room. It just plays out.
I'm also out of state. Yeah, no, I did review Black Panther. It's a spoiler-free review, so if you guys either have or haven't seen the movie, the review's a safe one to be watching. Definitely recommend it. We have another video coming out today too, which will be a Fortnite gameplay video, which should be pretty banterous.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
It
was a long record, but I've salvaged it.
Long record of lots of justice issues covered as you sat and watched me run around with a crossbow. It was pretty interesting.
That's it. BuzzFeed had something to say about this video, actually, which you'll see when you watch the video. But yeah, no, so that's pretty much all I got up to, and then looked at PC parts all day. So now our YouTube channel is just all, like, in our watch history, just all PC part reviews, because I want to build a computer.
Yeah, I jumped on and I was like, what are the few things I've been watching as I was on the channel? It's like, did I watch 300 videos on how to build a PC and what's the best, and why did this man choose this fan over the other? Don't think so.
Yeah, pretty much. But and in result of some of those videos, it's bumped my PC to be like 150 more than it was going to be, but hopefully worth it. I can still afford it.
Yeah. You are really going ham on these parts, I can tell you, boy.
I just don't want to have to upgrade it anytime in the next like 2 or 3 years, or like think about it. I just want it to work and look good. The LEDs are going to be so sexy. But yeah. Anyway.
RGB cancer, boy.
That's enough about my PC that I'm going to be getting. But we should probably move into the first topic, which is actually the Overwatch League, because something really interesting came out today in a news article that over the weekend, $150,000 was spent by spectators on one website. There's a thing called cheering, and you can add a little bit of money that people thought was going to go directly to their favorite team, but turns out it doesn't go to their favorite team at all. But yeah, $150,000 spent over one weekend doing it. The Overwatch League is way bigger than I thought it was.
Crazy. Where's that money go to if it doesn't go to their team?
Shit, let me pull that article back up again. And while I do that, what have you thought about the Overwatch League so far, now that we're in stage 2?
Okay, so I haven't watched it as religiously as you have, but I've really enjoyed watching it. I feel like it's something that... Okay, so for an example, my younger sister doesn't game much, but she games a little bit, so she knows the basic mechanics, as like a lot of gamers are, which they get themselves as casual gamers. And so it's a league that you can jump into regardless, look at a team, just be like, hey, this is mine, and follow them, and it's easy to do because there's an app that's regularly updated, streams the game live, it's free, things like that. But no, it's been really interesting. The commentators are very well educated, have a lot of knowledge to share, and like a lot of points that they can bring up. They're knowledgeable about things that happen off the Overwatch field as well. And yeah, no, overall, I've really been enjoying just sitting back and listening, because it's something that you can easily do. And I feel that possibly, given the right exposure and time, this is going to be one of the major online esport games in the coming years, just because it does appeal to a wider audience, as opposed to something like maybe CSGO, which some might find bland, which is still interesting. They're still very skillful players, or League of Legends, where a massive fight happens and you're sitting back and be like, oh, those pretty colours did a thing and those people are dead now. Hooray? Maybe? Yeah?
Pretty much.
But I've really been enjoying it, except for the fact that my team has not done great.
Well, I can relate to that, because my team has not done great, although they're pretty much the worst team in the league, one of them at the moment. Although they did go toe-to-toe with the best team, well, one of the best teams in the league yesterday, which I was really happy with. But I've skimmed through the article about where the money goes. Mm-hmm. From people's cheers, and it doesn't go to the teams at all. It goes to half to Twitch and half to the Overwatch League as a whole, but the teams don't see a cent of it, supposedly.
Really?
But yeah, in saying that though, if half of that money is going to the league, then I'd say they'll probably increase players' salaries and stuff like that for the next season or something like that, if there's more money going into the league. The article doesn't mention that at all. That's just an idea that I've had. But either way, it's only going to improve the league, probably. So, I mean, it's a good thing, and players get, I guess, a bit back out of it. They get special skins and stuff. Not much that I really care for. But
Yeah.
it's a very unique thing. I don't think any other esport has really done it.
I'd done the shout out thing, the cheer thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if they have. I don't follow enough on Twitch to know about it. I'll usually just watch them on YouTube if they come up. But I know with the skin thing, where like they're getting tokens in return for those cheers, is a thing that like League of Legends and Dota have done before, where they're like World Cup teams win, you pay to get those skins.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know, but 150,000 is like, it's a big number. It's it's crazy for just a Twitch thing where people have gone on to just cheer on their team this early on in an esport, which is interesting. But it also pales in comparison how much it would have cost these teams to actually register. Because did you know like how much roughly it was? How it was about 20 million on the low end to register a franchise?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like a lot of people probably don't know where they make most of their money. I think it's sponsors where they get most of their money.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume it probably makes more sense because they are getting paid, like the team's getting paid through sponsors. Sponsors get that money from advertisement and things like that, by people buying them. So it's probably good that some of that money goes to the Overwatch League instead, because that way they have that money to keep promoting it and making it bigger, which helps every party in the end.
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, the Overwatch League, they're sponsored by Intel and HP, which are two of the biggest names in like PC games and stuff that they're playing on. I feel like they've probably got a lot of money coming in, especially I think a lot of the merch money doesn't go to teams as well. I think that goes to the league too, because it's sold on the league's site.
Yeah.
And a lot of people seem to be buying the shirts and stuff, which is pretty cool too. So
Reckon you're gonna rock yourself a whatever team SF shirt soon. You're gonna be rocking around and hanging out.
Oh god, no! I don't think I'm quite that dedicated.
If I buy you one, will you wear it though? I'll feel personally attacked if you didn't wear a shirt I bought you.
I mean, good. I want you to consistently feel that way, keep you on your toes.
Wow. Okay.
Enough for that.
Right. Yeah. No. Right. So it's just a straight up no. It's a big fuck you. Fair enough. We'll move on. I'll just quickly make sure I write return to sender in this box over here that I bought for you. It's fine.
Oh, you got me an SF shirt. Thanks, man.
I did.
But yeah, no, actually, one of the best things that's also coming out of the Overwatch League is the memes, I suppose, because a lot of people just write funny things on signs and put them on camera, and that's spurred on a lot of good stuff.
I know, and then like the devs see it and they're like, you know what, let's not fix Hanzo's scat arrow, let's make it so that Zenyatta is allowed to walk. And by God, was that a mistake?
I loved that though, it looked so funny. I'm glad they took the time just to make that.
Then making Torbjorn allowed to wall run, that was just something else as well. Please nerf Hanzo. Not give him a piercing arrow.
Like, I've never really been too into esports at all before the Overwatch League. Apart from, like, when I used to play a lot of competitive Halo, I would watch a little bit of that, but there were so many tournaments going at one time because it was split up. There wasn't one league. It was too hard to keep up with. I feel like Overwatch League has done something really great to sort of streamline all the best players into one spot instead of having a European League and a US one and stuff like that. That's all been really good too.
Yeah, no, it has been. I've definitely been more inclined to watch people, like watch teams knowing that, such for Dallas, it's full of big names that people know just by seeing, like Seagull. Like Seagull's a household name for anyone who plays Overwatch, and everyone knows about him, so instantly people are drawn to watch those teams as well, and then probably like, oh, I wonder who's on these other teams. And so then people, such as I think Sherfall wasn't a big name when it started, they get like the options to be brought out in the spotlight as well. And oh god, I keep forgetting his name. The Crazy Widow.
Oh, the one for Soul?
Yeah.
Fleeta.
Fleeta, that's it.
Yeah.
I keep thinking Keely and it's just wrong. It's just not correct. But people like Fleeta come into the spotlight because they're so fucking insanely good, and just watching them play is like interesting because how they think and how accurate they are is beyond comparison to what I could ever do.
Yeah, that's right. Like, an attitude I had towards esports for a long time was, like, why would you want to watch someone else play a game when you could be playing it yourself if it's not about the personalities of the people playing? Like, you don't get to hear them talk. They're not funny people or anything like that. But, I don't know, then I started watching a little bit of Halo back in the day, and then definitely now with the Overwatch League, like, seeing just the shit they can pull off is crazy. It definitely gets you very excited and very pumped, which I didn't expect.
That is one thing, like, because I've watched, when I was younger, I watched a bit of the League of Legends finals and things of the sort. We used to have a bit of a group that would watch it and talk shit, compare and whatnot. but I never felt like on the edge of my seat, like holy shit, this is like intense kind of thing. I was always sitting back like, oh yeah, that happened. That was like, oh well done, that was cool. Oh, like outplayed. Like not taking away from that at all. I just didn't feel as in the game. But with Overwatch, because I put so much time into it, and it's simple, and you're like, holy shit, they need to do these things. You kind of sit there like, fuck, all right, next one. Oh, that shit, no way. Oh, what?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I didn't expect that at all. I mean, Overwatch is built. This is a perfect esport, I suppose. But
yeah.
I mean, I feel like we've pretty much covered everything to do with Overwatch and the Overwatch League. I've run out of any like sort of final things to say about it. Have you got anything to add?
Like, I already mentioned it though, but I don't know if you've noticed or paid attention how well they've selected their representatives, their commentators, informants, and things of the sort.
How do you mean? Like how well they've selected?
Okay, so like their personalities for the commentators, like all of them mesh together well. There's people who have different opinions that don't argue over it. They debate and they bring more information forward in that conversation than they do by like just talking shit to each other because one's wrong, one's right, or they think so. And then those who get the information, it's always correct, and they always like have some idea, and they know what's happening at every point, and like which way a team's going to go just based off their play style. Meaning that like if you're watching, you can follow the game a lot closer because you get more of an idea on how the team's thinking or how a certain person's playing.
Yeah, absolutely. I've actually really enjoyed the commentary team for the Overwatch League. I agree with everything you just said. Like, I think the NRL commentary teams could learn a lot from the Overwatch. You didn't watch
some of the earlier ones of that day. People, I don't know what they were doing, but this bloke was calling a team, and there's a big name that, if you don't know, like Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, and he's a pretty obvious player, and he got called 3 separate names on separate occasions during that game.
Was he called Roger, and then Tuivasa, and then Sheck?
He called him Isaac Luke at one stage, who's another like decent name, and I was just like, I can't fucking do this. Have you ever watched this game before? Why are you here? Surely someone else wants to yell at the football for a while.
I mean, I guess they want to try up and coming commentary talent to see if they'll eventually make their way in.
This guy hasn't ever commentated before.
But
no.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't listen to the commentary of the one trial that I've watched fully, which was Eels vs Knights. I was with people, so I was just kind of watching it with the volume turned down. But like the actual so the top dogs in the Channel 9 NRL commentary, that's god awful. All they do is argue, have horrible opinions. They're for the most part pretty biased as well.
Very biased.
And then I don't know. I feel like they'll usually have one person who's kind of a middle ground, who's generally Peter Sterling. Who's pretty okay, know what they're talking about. But then you've got Phil Gould and Ray Warren, who I just can't stand. So, I like the Fox Sports commentary a lot more, but even those guys aren't great.
Look, I don't think Warren should be lumped in with Phil Gould because he is on his own spectrum, I believe. Warren, I think, is just a bit old. He's just he's not as sharp and quick with like his commentary as he used to be. He still calls the game well. I do like how he calls the game for who's got the ball and who's playing. It's not as good as it used to be, but it's better than the alternatives that we have on our free-to-air TV. But no, I can't argue that the Fox team is better.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Ray Warren seems to get baited into a few bickers with Phil Gould every now and then. But, I mean, they could learn a lot from definitely the way the esports people call the game that they're watching, because they do it quick, they do it efficiently, they describe everything well, and then in the dull moments they'll talk about something generally entertaining that still keeps your interest. Like, I mean, in Overwatch especially, there are a lot of dull moments, like teams just getting ready to defend. That's a good minute there where nothing's happening. Stuff like that. They seem to have good banter and chemistry that keeps you engaged. That's it.
Did we just segue into the commentary cast, where we talk about different commentators from around the world at different sports and events?
We did.
Is this what's just happened? My name is Ben, I'm here with Sam. Welcome to the Commentary Cast. Today we're going to be talking about the Overwatch League commentary as well as the NRL commentary. Love the Overwatch one, don't love the NRL one on free-to-play. What are your thoughts there, Sam?
I totally disagree. I think the NRL commentary is 100% perfect, can't be flawed. I would say in the Overwatch League, they don't know what they're talking about at all. They're not efficient. Too many gaps in speech. There's a lot of dull air all the time. But yeah, that's...
Join us next week where we cover Lady Linda, the #1 commentator, presenter, and also player of the Crochet Championships. This has been Sam and Ben, again with the commentary cast.
She's got a mean needle going through the crochet now. Look at go down. Look at go up.
She's cut herself. She's bleeding all over the place and the medics are out. She's got a band-aid. She's alright, folks.